Hey, what up, dudes, dudettes, and transgender persons? This is Darun again here, and I feel like making a video today, so I'm going to be answering some Would You Rather questions. So sit back and relax, and try to tolerate the gameplay if you just have to watch a video, because it's zombies. I enjoy playing zombies, but it's not the most entertaining thing to watch. So, but I imagine you came here just to hear my words and hear me ration out these ridiculous questions, so let's go ahead and get to that. Alright, would you rather wake up in a bathtub full of ice missing a kidney, or wake up in a public bathroom with a handful of singles, can't talk today, and a really lazy eye? Alright, you are being very friendly to strangers in that bathroom. Oh god. Well, as long as I only have a lazy eye, I would definitely rather wake up in the public bathroom, because at least I have some money. If I wake up in a bathtub full of ice missing my kidney, I gain nothing from that. Like, absolutely nothing. So, I mean, that takes very little rationalization. I'd rather have a handful of singles and just pray that nothing pops up on the internet over the next few days. Alright, 63% agree and 37% don't enjoy having their kidneys. Alright. Would you rather be a heavy smoker or be a heavy drinker to the point where it controls your life? Well, I think smoking is better in the short run because you don't make stupid decisions and crash cars when you smoke. You just die sooner. But if you're drinking all the time and it controls your life, that's where all your money goes. And cigarettes are expensive too, so I guess, you know, I would definitely say smoking though, because if you're a heavy drinker, you're going to be drinking all the time. That just increases your chances of being like, hey, I got this, I can totally drive, don't worry about a thing. But, you know, that never ends well. So I'm just going to say heavy smoker. Wow. 71% of people have a complete and total disregard for other human beings because they would rather be heavy drinkers. And 29% are joining me on my high horse over here and saving everyone else and only killing myself with smoking. Alright, would you rather death by electric chair or death by lethal injection? Does lethal injection hurt? Like, I'm not even sure about that. Let me scratch my chin and ponder this for a moment. Well, I've always, not always, but I mean, I've heard before of sometimes the electric chair doesn't work. So, they send these volts through your body and you're just sitting there in an immense amount of pain, just smoldering, and they gotta try it again. But with lethal injection, I'm pretty sure that gets the job done the first time, every time. And if I was going to die regardless, I'd rather go out quick. But then again, on the other hand, in the electric chair, I've heard stories before where a guy survived the electric chair so many times that they let him go because it was perceived as an act of God and that he shouldn't die, even though he was like a murderer or a rapist or a murder-rapist or something ridiculous of that nature. But I think lethal injection still sounds more appealing, so I'm going to go that way. 81% agree, 19% agree. Good on you, internet. Good job. Would you rather... Oh, I should specify. 81% agree with me and 19% agree with the electric chair. Damn it, Darren. Come on. Alright. Would you rather control the emotions of those around you or control the weather? This isn't mind control. You're not going to make them slaves. It's more of an influence. Alright. I think I would much rather control the emotions of those around me. Because say I'm going for a job interview. Like, okay, I apply online because you can do that now for a CEO of a big company. And I go in there and the dude's like, this kid has no qualifications. He has no idea what he's doing. He's never ran a company before, but I walk in, snap my fingers. The dude's automatically, his mood is switched around, and he feels like I can run the company well. And even if I run it into the ground, no one will mind because I will just make them happy with a snap of my fingers or a blink of my eye or a pelvic thrust maybe. I don't know how that would work. But regardless, I would definitely rather control the emotions and the weather. The weather might come in handy. You'd be like more of a villain if you control the weather because you can make threats to countries and then strike them with hurricanes. And I don't think, no, earthquake really isn't weather, so I'm not going to say that. But like tornadic weather and hurricanes and stuff like that. But I think it would be much more beneficial to be able to control the emotions of those around you. And 56% of people follow that line of thinking. 44% want to be just really terrible, awful people and destroy the world. And that's all there is about that. Alright, before going to school or work every day, would you rather eat a breakfast of only jelly beans or eat a breakfast of only hot wings? School or work every day. I gotta say, I would get sick of both really quickly, but I think I would tolerate the hot wings longer just because sweets to me, you can only do so much. In my experience, I've seen people just down a whole bunch of sweets on the reg, but I'm not one of those people. Did I really just say that? I got that off an episode of American Dad, and I guess I've just been slipping it in conversations lately to see if it'll fly. I shouldn't have said anything to see if anybody noticed. Anyway, back to the topic at hand. Either way, it'd be awful, honestly, but I think I would tolerate the hot wings longer if they were a little mild and they weren't drenched in Tabasco, like those type of hot wings. So I'm gonna go with the wings. 72% agree and 28% have as weak of a stomach as I do. Can't handle the jelly wings. Alright, if you had to be stuck with one for a year, would you rather have to give a graphic naked picture of yourself to anyone who asked for it, or give up sex? This was only for a 1-year term, but will be part of your public record. Other sex acts are included in the ban. People know either way. Wow, this is retarded. I can count on one hand the amount of people who have asked for a graphic naked picture of me. I actually don't even need my hand to count it because it's none. Who walks up to somebody and is like, "Hey man, let me get a graphic naked picture of your body"? No one does that. No one. I mean, Hugh Hefner is probably like the only person on the face of the planet who does that, and it's okay for him to do it. So I'm definitely gonna go out on a limb and take the first option with a graphic naked picture, because no one's ever going to ask me for that. And it's only a year, and after the year's up, then I can deny them if they do ask me, because that's just ridiculous. I don't even have to think about that. 71% agree and 29% are just asexual freaks. That's odd. Honestly, 114,000 people disagreed with me. I don't understand. I don't understand. Would you rather be tall and really skinny or be buff and really short? Well, I'm already tall and really skinny and life's great, so I'm just going to go with that. 73% agree and 27% of people understand the dangers of being a midget. Not a good world. Not a good world. Alright, would you rather skydive or bungee jump? In terms of danger, I'm actually not sure which one's more dangerous. I think I've heard of more bungee jumping incidents or accidents. It's bad anyway. More bad things happen if people bungee jump than skydiving, if I recall correctly. So, and skydiving just seems all around cooler. I mean, just the thrill of flinging yourself out of an airplane and hoping your parachute deploys. I just can't imagine the adrenaline rush. I'm going to go with that. 80% agree, and then 20% disagree. Can't really... I mean, you can't really say anything about that there, because people have preferences. I mean, I don't know, maybe there's something to bungee jumping that I'm not aware of that's just so amazing and exhilarating. I don't know. Anyway, would you rather be a graphic designer or be an architect? Oh, hell yeah, I'd rather be an architect. They make major bank. Major bank. I haven't heard of anybody on the, what is it? The Forbes. Forbes makes a list of rich people. I never heard of graphic designer Darren being at the top of the Forbes list. But I'm sure there's an architect on there somewhere, so I'm gonna go with architect. 46% agree with me, and 54% place no value on money. And that's interesting, I suppose, but I mean, you're wrong, so that's all there is to that. Would you rather be a nudist or be a never nude? Is never nude even a word? I have a feeling you just made that up, random would you rather question asker. But I guess I could be okay with never. I'm gonna assume that a never nude is a person who is obviously never nude, and I mean, unless it's like in the confines of my own home, I really don't go around nude anyway. So I'm gonna go with never nude. 37% agree, and 63% just don't mind walking around in the buff. I respect that, really. I mean, it takes guts to walk around nude, I would assume. Not that I know anything about that, but I'll fit one more in here. Would you rather beat up a 7-year-old or beat up a 77-year-old? A question is titled, "A Fight You Can Win." Well, no shit there. Oh my god. That's interesting, because either way, I'm going to jail, and I'm gonna feel really bad. I think that I'd rather beat up a 7-year-old because I have a lot less. Well, I don't know. I was gonna say I have a lot less chance of killing him, but if he's really small, and how much do you? What exactly constitutes beating up somebody? That's what I want to know. They didn't provide enough information. I'm not sure, but I don't dream of punching kids or anything. But I think I wouldn't feel as bad about beating up a 7-year-old, because beating up an old person, it just seems like a 77-year-old would be a lot harder to severely injure and maim than a 7-year-old. And I may be completely wrong, but that's how I feel about that. Okay, that sort of validates me. 70% agree, and 30% have wet dreams of beating up old people, and that's just weird. You people are strange. The internet, you have failed me again. But that's about it for this video. It actually ran a little longer than I planned on it. But if you liked, remember to go ahead and leave a like. And if you want to see more, then subscribe, because I'm going to be doing more of these videos as the channel progresses. And soon we're going to have a profile picture and an intro and channel art and all that cool shit that other channels have. We should be getting that soon. But yeah, talk to you guys later.